In today's vlog, our adventure begins aboard a train leaving Warsaw, rolling south through the forests, fields, and finally into the shadows of the mountains. Our destination? The beautiful town of Zakopane. We will wander its lively center, taste traditional Highlander dishes, rich with local flavor, and then drift into one of the most breathtaking landscapes in Europe, the Dunajec Gorge, on a rafting journey through the towering cliffs and untouched nature. Let's begin. So hello guys, and welcome to this mother-daughter vlog again. And honestly, it's hilarious. We're pretty much on the same train and going to the same destination, Zakopane again. Never been to Zakopane all my life, and now I've been twice in like a year. Anyway, it was my mother's idea. Excuse, my hair needs a wash, I will not deny. Also, we've been traveling for quite a few hours now, about 5 hours we've been on this train, so it's quite a while. It's a train from Warsaw to Zakopane via Krakow, and this is the first time actually my mom and I are alone in the cart. So at first it was full, and then slowly people were getting out as we went away along the way. I might actually put this on a stand, hold on. Alright, so I'm gonna lean weird, but it's easier like this for me. So my mom and I are now on the train. We've got, I think, 3 more hours to go. It's about 7 hours in total. And yeah, it's been pretty chill. Been talking a lot, chilling. Mom's been reading a book. I've been listening to my audiobook a bit. Currently listening to The Witcher, I think the 3rd book. Honestly, compared to Game of Thrones audiobooks, I don't know if it's the English translation that just isn't great, but yeah, it's not as engrossing as Game of Thrones for sure. But I love the series, and I very much support the books because it's a Polish writer as well. But anyway, that was just a side note. But yeah, so the plan is, my mom had a few things on her list that she really wanted to experience in the summer of Zakopane, which she hadn't done in her childhood, which she'd always dreamed about doing. And we would think, and she would of course wanted me to come with I mean, not of course, but like, she asked, do you want to join? And I was like, absolutely, I'm always up for an adventure. So one of them is like river rafting, and the second one is going to like these famous thermal baths. So we're going to be doing that during the week, and then generally just exploring around Zakopane. So we're really looking forward to that. It's going to be really fun, and doing it together. It's always great to spend time together since we live in different countries. Anyway, my mom's currently doing a little walk, so I have the cart alone, but I will show her face. Here she comes. I'm just speaking to the camera. So now, let's say, I was just talking about you, saying we can see Mama in a second.
There you are.
Alright, that's what you get from my mom. Anyway, so yeah, now we're gonna snack on some cabanosy, which is like thin little Polish dried sausages, very healthy. And I'm gonna... Okay, Mama says they're not actually Polish. No.
Okay, I'll look at it.
Okay, anyway, my mom claims it's Italian. Let's see what my Italian husband says for that. Anyway, so yeah, let's see that. Oh, and I'm wearing these, this looks really weird, but I'm wearing these green straps just for motion sickness, because we were in the beginning of this going backwards, and we still are. Now I've just given up, even though the cart is empty. My face is very oily from this traveling. But anyway, yeah. So the journey continues. And anyway, welcome to this vlog, this another Poland vlog with a mama. Mama says I was right. Cabanosy are Polish.
Here is the mother, the beautiful mama. She ordered herself so this hot wine, blue wine. And then she ordered for me, and I'll cover your face, an extremely strong tea. Jaka to było?
To była barcówka jakaś. Poczekaj, muszę zobaczyć.
Something that will immediately get me drunk.
To było na tym innym. Herbata na baciana. Cina smak.
So,
It knocks you off your feet.
yeah. That's
Czujesz tą herbatę, czy tylko alkohol?
głównie alkohol.
Wiesz, jak cię to rozgrzeje?
Delicious. Mama in a beautiful top. I mamy jakieś półmiska. This is called a half
To jest
bowl.
chleb z tym, z osypkiem.
So this is like a fried mountain cheese, and I see bacon. Like a mechanism.
Oh yeah, that would be great as well, yeah?
We begin our journey early in the morning, leaving Zakopane, driving through the breathtaking countryside of southern Poland. The road winds through valleys framed by the peaks of the Tatra Mountains, where wooden villages, rolling farmland, and quiet pastures stretch across the landscape. This region is known as Podhale, the cultural heartland of Polish Highlanders, known as the Górale. For centuries, these traditions, music, and craftsmanship have shaped life in these mountains. As we pass through small villages, you might notice the distinctive wooden houses. Many are built in the traditional Zakopane style, a form of architecture that emerged in the late 19th century, combining alpine influences with local folk design. Steep roofs help snow slide off during long mountain winters, while intricately carved wooden details decorate balconies, windows, and door frames. And so we begin our adventure. Gdzie jesteśmy, mama?
Nie mam pojęcia.
Okay,
Na Słowacji gdzieś.
somewhere in the mountains on the river. We arrive at the bank of the Dunajec river, where wooden rafts await us, guided by traditional highland raftsmen, a profession that has existed here for hundreds of years. Our journey takes us through the spectacular Dunajec Gorge, a winding river valley cutting through the cliffs of the Pienina National Park.
Czerwonymi dachami po waszej stronie to jest wasza szkoła. No i taka ciekawostka, u was w Polsce są oceny od 1 do 6, 6 jest najlepsza. Werba jest tak. Po słowackiej stronie teraz można zobaczyć, jak rosną dwa drzewa.
For the next 14 kilometers, we drift gently downstream, surrounded by towering limestone cliffs, dense forests, and the peaceful sound of nature. As the raft moves slowly with the current, the raftsmen share stories and legends of the region, tales passed down through generations about the mountains, the river, and the people who have lived here for centuries. But the real history of the Dunajec is just as captivating as its legends. For centuries, this river served as a natural trade route between Poland and Hungary, carrying timber, wool, and goods through the mountains. Above the river once stood a medieval fortress, like the 14th century Niedzicy castle. Built to protect these routes, a place still wrapped in stories of hidden treasures and mysterious documents found in its walls. The gorge itself was shaped over millions of years, as the Dunajec slowly carved its way through the limestone cliffs of the Pienina range, creating sheer rock walls that rise hundreds of meters above the water. Inside the gorge, the microclimate is so unique that rare plants and wildlife thrive here, including eagles, owls, and river otters, species protected by the Penina National Park. And although rafting now feels like a peaceful escape, locals have been navigating these waters for over 400 years. Today's wooden rafts are built in the same style once used by traders and mountain fishermen. Each turn of the river carries centuries of stories, a living link between nature, tradition, and the people who have called this valley home.
Wypiliście? Dajcie kawę drugą.
Czekaj,
Kaweczkę.
Cheers.
Wytłumaczę paniuś. Polskimi i kartą, jakbyście chcieli z tym gorzałek dać. Fajne, czekolady studenckie, takie.
Czeski czy słowański?
Słowański, no masz rację. Właśnie, to jest dobry pomysł.
Co?
To jest nawiedzony od umowy, nie zamek, chemię. Żadną chemię. To byście
Proszę? To muszę zrobić video tego sklepu.
No. To się za głowę złapią, nie?
This man was explaining that this shop was like how it used to be in communist times. So I said I'll take a video. We were also being fed vodka, cheese and sausage.
O, tu jest, masz jaka masz. Popatrz, są takie i takie.
Musimy go zapytać, czy to jest on. Jak tak, to musimy... So now we're going to some type of castle. Mama, jakie to jest castle?
Zamek Niedzicy.
What Mama said.
Co, przed nami.
So let's see. So now we have stopped to eat some, jak się to nazywa, odsypek?
Oscypek.
Grilled cheese.
Oh, grilled
Grilled goat's cheese from the mountains with some cranberry preserve or whatever. Sauce. Marshmallow. And then we continue the tour. Unfortunately, we didn't have enough time somehow to do the castle. It's not very well aligned, let's say. Cześć, mamo. Chodź, mamo. Chodź, mamo. Now we're at a cigarette / take photo spot.
A dla psa pi.
And a dog pee-pee place. Hi guys, so my mom's just walking ahead of me, talking on a phone with my little sister. So I thought I'd use this time to catch up on today's events. So we went on like
a sort of tour around. And we got picked up at like 8 a.m. or actually just before. The guy was quite early, and actually I was feeling a bit under the weather, so it's a bit intense, but it's fine. I'm feeling a bit better now, although my mom's also pumping me with some medicine. I think with an early night I'll be fine. I think it's just a change of the seasons and traveling a lot at the moment. And so it was like we went on like sort of these, I don't know if I want to call it like a mix of a gondola / canoe, but like almost like 4 canoes tied together. And we went down the river between the mountains and the forest, and it was very beautiful. And it was actually on the border between Slovakia and Poland. So there was actually some people from Slovakia there. So the guy who was taking us was perfectly switching between 2 languages, explaining everything to everyone. Even though the languages are very similar, so we could all sort of understand, not perfectly, but when he was explaining in each language. And then we were on this car. It was quite a few hours driving. So started the tour at 8 and then ended at 3 p.m. back in our accommodation. And then we went to like this castle, though, because the stop was like only an hour or so, and the castle had specific times where you could enter with a ticket. So we were not able to actually make it in time, which was unfortunate. So we just walked around the area and just sort of relaxed, ate some like otsipik, which is the cheese. Oh yeah, and I took my GoPro, so you'll notice the footage is a bit different there, but just because we were on the water, so I wasn't sure what the vibe was. Was there like risk of falling in or not? So I just took my GoPro because it's waterproof, but also it's great for the views because it has like a really wide angle lens. But yeah, and then we were just driving around. It was so lovely to see the Polish countryside, the farms, the cows, the sheep. It was really cute. So I really enjoyed that. In the morning it was very cold, so I actually got this fleece, which I'm absolutely loving. Just because these past couple of days I really didn't pack correctly. Like I thought I checked the weather, but I think maybe I didn't check it close enough to, I don't know, but like it's much colder than I expected for actually both of us. But anyway, story of my life. Although no, I usually pack quite well for the weather. But anyway, so imagine I was just checking if my mic was on. Imagine it wasn't, because it's quite noisy around. So yeah, then we drove around after the castle. We went for another like view stop between the farms, took some photos. The guide was, I don't know if he was the guide, I think he was the guide, or the driver was super nice. Because it was separate to the guy on the boat. I think I'm getting some funny looks here, taking videos myself. But anyway, my mom is very open-minded. My husband's more embarrassed when I do these things. But yeah, now we're back home. We're going to grab some lunch because we haven't actually eaten really today. Luckily, we took a banana, my mom a peach along. So at least we had something along the way. And the only food stop they gave us, so they included in the tour, we stopped in this most random shop where the guy said it was sort of like what the shops look like in communist times. And I think his friend worked there. He had like beers with his face on it, and Magnus was really funny. He was quite a character. We took actually a photo with him and his beers, and also there was other stuff. Oh, energy drink. I don't know what the situation was. Is that his own brand? But he also gave us drinks, and they were really trying to plow us with drinks. They were like insisting. It was quite funny, but they were quite sweet. They were nice. It was nothing too intense. It was more like a liqueur. And then I took, what did I take? Oh yeah, and then they gave us like some cheese and dried meats, classic to match with the beer. Sorry, not the beer, the vodkas, or like spirits, I should say. But yeah, it's been nice. It's been wholesome. It's been very relaxed when someone is driving you around. So it was beautiful views and things, and the boat tour was really special. It was really relaxing. So my mom now is quite close, but luckily she's listening, not talking. But yeah, so now let's see what lunch is like. Our driver recommended this place, so let's see if I'm sure it's going to be good.
Mama, możesz powiedzieć w kamerę, gdzie jesteśmy?
Jesteśmy na Krupówkach w Zakopanem.
So, translation, we are in Krupówka in Zakopane.
Krupówki is like a pedestrian main thing that all the shops and touristy stuff are. A Zakopane is a mountainous tourist town. Dobra, słuchaj, bo tutaj też...
Thank you, mama. A, jak się ma czekolada?
Ale presa, hodiny
Another adventure with the mom. This over here is, I think, the best baked potato I've ever tried.
No to wiesz co, dobrze. To jest cottage cheese.
Delicious.
Jest mi cała świnka.
So currently in the change room waiting for the mama to try on some clothes. I don't know what time it is actually. I think around 7 p.m. And we had a delicious dinner, as you might have seen. And soon we're going to be going home to chill. The outfit of the day, leggings. And a fleece with a vest underneath. And this cute Ted Baker bag I bought a couple of years ago, which I love. And it's nice and big so it fits all my equipment.